Walking past Fallon's Department Store and Milton General Hospital to our left, we see a group of houses. And when we walk up the hill, we see an abandoned cul-de-sac where people once lived. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Fairline Hills Estates, and if you bring companions here, all of them will comment on people once living here, but the fact that they're not here anymore is rather suspicious. What happened here? Where did they go? Did they just leave on a vacation, or did something nefarious happen? To find out, we're going to be scrapping the entire area, seeing what we can see, coming up with our own explanations and hypotheses. And as always, I am using mods to do this. Today's mods are going to be listed in the description down below, so make sure you check that out. The workshop for the ultimate settlement pack that turns Fairline Estates into a functional settlement is here. And one thing I did forget to mention, it looks like the event did not trigger, but there are a couple Yaogwai that were around here somewhere. Could that be the reason why they left? Could that possibly be what have killed the Brahmin? Well, we do see them feasting on Brahmin should the event trigger, but it did not, so we do know they at least killed the Brahmin. With that being said, I'm just gonna start with a quick save like I always do, and we're going to activate the workshop, scrap the buildings, or rather inside the building, scrap the exterior, and hopefully see if we can uncover some clues. We do find beds out here, which is a little bit odd. This place is most certainly a mess and definitely has seen better days. The playground is a somber reminder of what this place once was before the bombs dropped. It was a place of life. It was a place of homes and families. We'll get rid of the Brahmin here, and it looks like there are a couple skeletons piled up here as well. Did the Yaogwai do this? Well, so far I think it's plausible that the Yaogwai killed at least those two people. But the reality is we just don't know yet, do we? We haven't gotten that far. We have a lot of leaves to clean. We have a lot of stuff to pick up off the ground. There's even a couch out here for some reason. I am going to be looking forward to rebuilding this. This is going to be great. I already have some ideas of what to do with it as we go and continue the quest to restore a devastated Boston, clean up the Commonwealth, and we can see the Institute birds are watching us. Does the Institute know what happened? Was the Institute involved? Let's see what else we can find here as we clean up the debris outside. Now, you guys may be wondering, why am I cleaning up the debris outside first? Well, we did find some clues over here. We found a couple skeletons piled up. They were kind of hidden by the corpses, rather, of the Brahmin. I'm looking for any potential things that we may have missed just by walking by it, walking over it. Maybe footprints, maybe blood splatter, maybe some type of notes. I personally have not really spent too much time here, so this is an adventure for me, as I'm sure it is for some of you who may be new to Fallout or just haven't played in a hot minute. It's been a busy time. I'm getting ready to move overseas. This is floating for some reason. Well, it's kind of floating, but we can, well, yeah, whatever. That's fine. I am moving overseas, as I mentioned before. I'm super excited. Can't shut up about it. So, April 14th is a flight date. I'm going to try and get some content ready for you guys. Can't promise anything, but hopefully there's going to at least be some stuff for you to watch and keep yourselves entertained with. Also, too, I got playlists for days, so go ahead and check those out as well. Now, let's see if there's anything over by the houses. We've got explosive utility truck. Here we have a home that is trapped to all get out. I mean, look at this. We've got a symbol monkey trap. We've got a Tesla arc we just took out. This place is boarded up. This indicates a last stand of some kind. This indicates a last stand. Somebody boarded this place up, but if we look at the house next to it, we don't really see that, do we? We don't really see that at all. In fact, we see a power armor station. We'll explore the insides of the houses here in a bit. I just want to get these little itty-bitty trees out of the way first. As well as, you know, pick up the leaves and pick up the blossoms that are just polluting the environment here. We're going to be putting down our own trees in the build video, and I'm probably going to bulldoze the houses at some point to just make better ones, I guess. Put the mailbox back up, I guess. That's a nice touch. Look at that. So walking around, we haven't found any notes. We haven't found any real indication as to what happened here. Just a lot of the stereotypical trash debris. Fence picket gates that are piling up. Vines. Definitely vines. We got vines everywhere. Got trash. That's a sidewalk curb. Can get the leaves at least. Alright, so this is looking a lot more clean. Just as long as we can get the shrubberies out of the way and the vines out of the way without blowing out the houses, that's gonna be good. Alright, so the vines are gone. There's no evidence of a struggle by any of the vehicles whatsoever. There's no bodies of raiders or synths that we see on the exterior, so to me, I would think that indicates a battle did not take place here. We even find a weed whacker. People were whacking weeds at one point. I'm coming around back here. It looks like there's a doghouse. Let's kind of explore this area together and see if there's anything special about this doghouse. Get the bush out of the way. And yeah, we can like redo the picket fences, I guess. We can redo the picket fences at some point, but there's nothing by the doghouse at all. There's no evidence of super mutants either. The reason why I bring that up is there are super mutants right across the way there at Fallon's department store. Did the mutants attack here and then move down there, or did they just people leave? Who knows? All right. So we're gonna get these vines out of here. Then we're gonna start hitting the houses. I think we'll do the boarded up one last. We'll just walk around, get the vines. Want to at least keep the integrity of the environment. Let's start with the greenhouse over here. Greenhouse number 1. Greenhouse number 1, and there's some stuff outside here we should probably tend to. Some wild carrot flowers. There's another doghouse over here. Is there any... There's no evidence of dogs. At all. No evidence of dogs. Heading on inside, we see a pretty clean home. Pretty clean home. Heading upstairs, we have a broken bed and a safe down here. Let's, I'm just gonna clean out everything. And dressers with nothing inside of them. Just clean up all of this. Because, well, we can make nice houses when I build it. How about that? So this house doesn't have signs of a struggle, no bodies, which on the one hand I guess could be a good thing, but on the other hand it doesn't really show what happened here. Let's head inside this house where the our beloved workshop is. We see suitcases, but again, very clean. No signs of a struggle. No signs of a struggle of any kind. And it appears that, given the cleanliness, I would say people were here relatively recently, but there's no in-game lore on what took place here, right? We don't know how long ago people stayed here. We do know that it's relatively recently through various companions that you bring here. So you bring Piper or Preston Garvey, and they will, as examples, and they will say that there were people that used to live here, but now they're gone. Piper will get even a little creeped out by it. Stepping on in here again. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. So we can just clean up the environment. We do have a suppressed calibrated powerful pistol, along with a couple rounds of 10mm ammo. But despite this, there's no evidence. No evidence of struggle or combat, just kind of dilapidated housing. Very interesting. What house is this? We're on house number 4. House number 4, we step inside. Pretty straightforward adventure. Lots of bobby pin boxes though. This is definitely a place to come if you are short on bobby pins. I found 2 or 3 boxes already. There's even a safe here. Fascinating. Fascinating. Look at all this. Alright. Moving on into this area. I'm going to get rid of this door. And I gotta say, I really like these houses. I really do like the houses. They're clean, they're neat. Yeah, these are well decorated in a simplistic fashion. Now, the thing that sticks out about this house to me personally is the power armor station. You normally don't find those laying around too many places when it comes to people's personal homes, right? People's personal homes typically don't have power armor stations in Fallout 4. So, was the person, like, were the people here old Minutemen? Was one of them a gunner? Was one of them a knockoff of an Atom Cat? I mean, there's so many routes we can speculate on. By all means, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I am very curious to hear what you think the power armor station was here for. Who used it? Finally, we've got the house here. Now, we can go about this in a variety of ways, but we can just go through the front door. This is chained. And as we can see, it's trapped, and we hear footsteps upstairs. So walking around, we can look for another entrance. And we're going to probably be hit with an attack at some point. But there are different ways to enter the house. The chain door blocks us from doing so. And I'm going to be honest, I can't remember how to get in here normally, so we'll cheat a little bit, and we'll just kind of break through this. But here we can tell that someone or something is upstairs, made a last stand, and it's behind this door. It's behind this door. But before we do that, this person, this skeleton, has a pistol and is laying on a bunch of explosives and duffel bags right next to a sniper rifle. What happened here? Why is he here? Who is this man? Now, I don't think... I think this is a pre-war skeleton, or a skeleton that died quite some time ago. The reason for that is just because there is no, well, there's no skin. There's no skin on him. There's no skin, there's no flesh, it is just bone. And the pipe weapons indicate that it's after the bombs dropped, because these are not normal weapons, right? So, clearly these are pre-built, but... yeah. But he clearly died long before we came out of the vault. So, how do we explain this skeleton? Well, I'm of the opinion that this skeleton was a man who basically survived the bomb drop somehow, and basically boarded up his house to protect his neighborhood, or at least to protect his livelihood, and he just held the line, and as people moved in, he took pot shots at them until the settlers that used to live here, that Piper and Preston Garvey referenced, took him out. That's my working theory. I could totally be wrong. I don't know. But what I do know is there's someone on the other side of this door. So let's activate the door, and it's a bunch of ghouls. Let's do the rad rifle approach and just blow them all to shreds. Perfect. Let's do a quick save, and let's go in to clean up the mess. Heading inside, we get a bit more of a picture of what happened here. Is that with all the ghoul bodies that have been boarded up in here, my guess is still on point, in my opinion, that that skeleton over here was a man that survived the bombs. This family, or these friends, survived the bombs, and they were chained up in here to basically keep them from spilling out and killing him, right? That's my belief at this time. Feel free to correct me if you're wrong, but this man basically, or rather this group of friends, or this family, boarded up this house to stay alive, to protect themselves, and this guy out here basically locked the 3 of his companions in here, so their irradiated ghoul nature would not harm him or anybody else. That's why they're chained in here, and he boarded up the rest of the house to keep himself safe. What do you guys think? Am I onto something? Am I completely off base? Let me know in the comment section down below. We're almost done with this here. We still haven't really found anything that indicates what caused the recent settlers to move on. My speculation is the Yao Guai did that. The Yao Guai did that. When it comes to the recent settlers that Piper and Preston miss and show concern about, my guess is that Occam's razor comes into effect, right? The most simplest answer is often the correct one. That being said, the Yao Guai took out the settlers, and that is why there are no settlers here. Or the Yao Guai showed up and a bunch of them just left, with the exception of the 2 skeletons that we found. Let me know if you have a different theory. Let me know if I'm off base, or let me know if you agree. Especially, let me know if you agree, because like all human beings, I enjoy when people agree with me. We can just, I think we can just disable these chains. Yeah, let's just disable those chains. And then we're gonna just finish scrapping out the exterior here. Nice little scrapping adventure. We're not really seeing any evidence of struggle or combat, so I'm just gonna go with the Yao Guai. Yao Guai scared off settlers, killed 2. What do you think? Also, feel free to let me know what you should, what I should build in this area. What I'm kind of thinking of doing, because there's a lot of fun build ideas I have. I'm kind of debating on keeping the houses here, as is, or putting down like basically the snappy build mod version of these houses where they're complete, where they're whole. Maybe plopping down a couple more over there around. I'm thinking of maybe building a little, I don't know, maybe building a shop or two there. And I don't know, I'm kind of thinking of building a circular trading post around here. Maybe a singing settler inside. But just ring this entire area with shops. Probably build a spot for bathrooms, like in Fiddler's Green Estates, where I built at the encouragement of my my fiance and one of our mutual friends. We built a disco shower. It is a basically community shower room like you would find in like a campground. You just walk up, select your shower in a nice big angled roof styled cabin, but it has cool lighting and disco balls. Should I build that here? Should I build something else here? One thing is for certain, I am definitely going to be putting down a lot of orange trees here, because I know that the orange trees will look absolutely amazing here, especially when we clean out the rest of it. This is going to be a fun settlement to build, so weigh in down with the comments on what you think I should do as I make my way over here. Hi birds. Institute loves watching me. Watching me? Who is watching me? I think I blew up the Institute on this character. Who even is watching me? Is it Jake from State Farm? Is it the one guy who calls us with robocalls on extending our car's warranty? Who is it? Who's watching me? The world may never know who is watching us after we destroy the Institute. One thing I will say, ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up this stream, regardless of what your theory is on the outcome of the settlers, regardless of whether you believe they survived or whether you believe they are dead, we all can agree birds are not real. Birds are not real. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to finish scrapping these trees. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who take the time to check out my page and show support, as always. And with that being said, this is the part of the video where I give a special shout out to my channel members. Channel members get unique perks such as early access to all of my videos, as well as member-only live streams, which will resume after I move to Mongolia, by the way. You get access to that, as well as cool channel badges, emotes, and more. With that being said, I'm Diamond Dave. I'm going to wrap up here, and I will see you next time.